Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Physics Passion. Before I start today's video, I would request you, if you want me to post any video on a particular topic, you just write in the comment box. You can also send an email to me. Email is there in the description box. You can also visit my website. The link is there in the description box in itself. So to start with today's video, in today's video I would discuss about the elasticity, stress, strain and Hooke's law. So to start with, first of all, what is elasticity? It is the property of a material of a body due to which it returns to its original shape and size when the external force acting on it is removed. This property is called elasticity. It means when you apply a force on the body, there may be a change in its shape or size. When you remove this external force applied on the body and the body regains its original size and shape after removal of that external force which you have applied, it regains its original shape and size, then we say that the body is elastic, and this property is called elasticity. uh, what can be the another case? If you remove the external force and the body doesn't uh, regain its original shape and size, then we say that this material or that body is a plastic body. Fine. So next thing I would take, that is strain. I have just explained when an external force is applied on the body, it can change its shape or size or in general dimensions. So when external force is applied on the body and there is a change in its dimension, then we say, then in this case strain comes into picture. Uh, it is defined as change in dimension per unit original dimension of the body. You will call that it is the strain. It can be of different type. First one is longitudinal strain. If the applied force is changing the length of the body, length of the material, then strain would be longitudinal strain. It is equal to change in length per unit original length, say delta L upon L, where delta L is the change in length on application of the force on the body and L is the original length of the body. Then second can be volumetric strain. It is change in volume per unit original volume of the body. Uh, delta V, say that is the change on application of the force, change in volume rather on application of the force, say that is delta V. So delta V, change in volume per unit original volume V of the body, then it is the volumetric strain. There can be one another type of strain which we call as shear strain. What can happen in some cases? Suppose uh, we are applying an external force on the body that changes its shape, but there is no change in its size. You can see in this figure, we have applied a force F on the upper part of the body, but the lower base is fixed. So what happens? The shape of the body is changing. You can see this angle theta, but size remains intact. So this angle theta in this case is called shear strain. You can see from the figure, if I take this theta to be very small, and generally it is very small, then in this triangle, I can take theta approximately equal to tan theta, and it is again equal to delta L upon L. So this theta over here is representing the shear strain. Next term is stress. What is stress? When external force is applied on a body to produce a strain, what happens actually? A restoring force is set up within the body which tends to resist the changes and tries to bring back the body to its original condition. Means you are applying a deforming force. A force will come into picture which is equal and opposite to deforming force, and what it would do, this restoring force would resist the change in shape and size of the body. So this restoring force per unit area we define as stress. So stress is restoring force per unit area. This restoring force is equal and opposite to your deforming force. So you can also define it as deforming force per unit area or restoring force per unit area. Units, if I talk about of this stress, they can be dyne per centimeter in CGS, maybe newtons per meter square in MKS, and the dimension formula will be M1 L minus 1 T minus 2 because it is force per unit area. Next thing I would discuss, what is the elastic limit? So I have just explained that when I apply a deforming force on a body and I remove it, the body regains its original shape or configuration on removal of this deforming force. So up to which force or up to which stress this happens, that maximum value of stress is called elastic limit for that particular body or material. So elastic limit is the maximum value of the stress from which a body can recover to its original conditions after the removal of the deforming force. This is the elastic limit. If you cross the elastic limit, mean you cross the stress beyond elastic limit, and then you uh, remove the deforming force, the body come uh, will not regain its original shape and configuration as it was in the initial situation. When you have not applied the deforming force, it will not come exactly into its original shape if you cross this elastic limit. Up to elastic limit, if you remove the deforming force, the body will regain its original conditions, original shape, original size on removal of deforming force. So now we can define Hooke's law. It states that within elastic limit, the strain produced in a body is directly proportional to the stress. Stress is proportional to strain, strain is proportional to stress, but keep in mind it is only within the elastic limit. If you cross the elastic limit, Hooke's law will not be obeyed, stress will not be proportional to strain. It is within the elastic limit, or we can say stress upon strain is constant. This constant is called the modulus of elasticity. I will come up and discuss these modulus of elasticity in the next video. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.